Now that all of your courses are imported into Brightspace and you are ready to start looking through them, updating them, and seeing what the next step is, you might be wondering, where do I start? So here I am on the landing page of my Brightspace. You should see on your landing page the Intro to TLA's Brightspace. This is our training course where I've got information for you, tutorials, and you can see a layout of a course as a student because you're enrolled in this as a student. Then you should see the rest of your courses. If you'll notice, there's this pin here. You can pin your courses. The order that you pin them will be the order that they show up on your landing page. All right, so I've started to make some progress here with updating my courses. I can tell that I've started on these because I have changed the photos here in the banner, and I do that by clicking on these three dots and then change the image. So courses that have a photo that is related to the content, I have made a little bit of a start on. If I scroll down, you can see these music courses have mountain photos. That's a clue to me that I have probably not even opened those courses yet. Okay, I am going to take you into a course that I've started doing some updating in. So I'm going to go to my Art Studio 10 course. One thing that I always do when I'm working is I always have two monitors. So on my main monitor that you can see right now, I have my Brightspace course that I'm working on. On my second monitor, I have a number of tabs. I'm going to pull them over here and show you just briefly. I have Brightspace again. I have also created a spreadsheet with tasks in it that I want to complete for every course. And then I've listed all of my courses and checkboxes so that I can keep track of what I've done. I shared this checklist with the grad teachers. I've made a few updates since then. If anybody's interested, I am going to attach it to the email that I'm sending out with this video. So that's one thing I have on my second monitor. The other thing I have on my second monitor is the Moodle course open, because one of the things that I've noticed is that not all of my links came over, not all of my videos. So if I have my Moodle course open, then I can easily find them from my Moodle course. And I do find it useful to have another Brightspace window open as well. So I'm going to take that away again. Okay, here in my course, the very first thing you should do in every course is update your gradebook. Your gradebook needs to be set up so that if you make any changes to assignments, quizzes, anything that is assessed, it will be updated there as well. And if you add new assignments or quizzes or whatever it may be, those are automatically updated in the gradebook as well. So for a tutorial of how to set up your gradebook, go to that intro course. And in the Getting Started in Brightspace module, there is a page called Setting Up Your Gradebook. There is a video there as well as a document with the steps listed out. Okay, so once you've got your gradebook set up, you'll also want to import standards. Again, there's a tutorial on that in the course. Okay, now the next thing I've started doing is I update my teacher widget. So again, three dots. Okay, a little quick reminder here, it has Facebook and Twitter links here at the bottom. If you leave those blank, it will take out the icons that are there. Okay. This second thing that I have done is I've started to just, as I click into these modules, I am paying attention to this image here. This image is generated from the very first title in your module. So I'll go in and show you. So this is my term 1 module. This image is the image that will show up in that banner. If you have any text here, it will show up on the back of that banner. So I'll go back and show you. You can get back to the course home by using this course home or clicking on the title. I actually find that's easier. It's just bigger, easier to click. So there's that image. Notice it's cropped. Okay, if I select this eye, it flips the card and you can see some text here. These are the big ideas for that unit. It doesn't show a lot of text, just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go back into my content. I'm going to go to the introduction here. I have started to organize my introduction. I've started with an activity for students. I've introduced myself. And I've set a survey for them to just give me a little bit about themselves. A survey is not graded, it just gathers information. I've then set up my course expectations. I've tried to keep it pretty streamlined. They need to send me an email. They need to get their supplies together for the course. My syllabus has a description of the course, standard requirements that are consistent probably across TLA, such as they need to participate in forums, they need to make weekly contact with teachers, and what that looks like. Okay, then I've included the big ideas here in my course. That's maybe not strictly speaking necessary if you've got them at the beginning of each module. I let students know how they are going to be assessed, and then I've added a note here that assessment on term report cards does not include assignments they've not submitted. Okay. To create this, I used a template, an HTML template, and I am going to show you in a later tutorial how to use those because they're really useful. They organize the information. They organize it neatly so it's visually appealing, but also it formats it so that it takes away some of that work. And then I've shared a schedule with them. I wanted to show you a little bit of the way that something might look that that's come over from Moodle that you might want to update. So here's an artist statement lesson. I haven't done anything with this yet from Moodle. It's got a little bit of a duplication of the title, but everything else looks pretty okay. My image came over, so that's good. So I probably wouldn't do too much with this. I will go in and delete that little artist statement there. I'm going to try and find, let's see. I noticed that not all my videos came over. If you've got a page that's bigger, you notice that it's going to take a little while longer to load. Okay, this was a book in Moodle. Books have come over as pages within Brightspace, and so I'm going to have to rethink how I want to do that. Oh, there's a video that didn't come over, so now I'll have to grab that from Moodle and just scrolling through to see what else might need some editing. Okay, so you'll want to check pretty much every content page in your course and just check for those broken links. I want to give you an example of a page similar to this that was in Moodle. It just was text and really boring, and I want to show you a little bit of what I did to jazz it up a little. So this was a grid lesson, how to use a grid. There was no title image. It was just a lot of text and then a video at the bottom. So I took a little bit of time to use the HTML template and add some titles, reorganize the content so it's a bit more engaging for students. Now, this is something that is kind of a little bit of a next level, but as you're going through your course, it's good to pay attention to some of those content pages that you do think you'll want to update. Now, this is not the student view, okay? Students see things differently. So if you want to see the student view, click up on your name in the profile, change. It probably will give you view as a student right there. Okay, that will take you back to the homepage of the course. Notice that only 2 modules are coming up. That's because I've got restrictions on the rest of the modules, so they need to complete that Getting Active assignment within the Term 1 module before they can move on. When a student clicks on a module, this is what they see. Basically, a table of contents is over on the left, and the content is here on the right. They can close that and make it full screen. They navigate to the next page with arrows up at the top. And notice here that assignments show up in the course for students. They do not have to open them in another window. So this is useful to know. And then this is a nice view of what students see, so you can check your assignments. Notice this is a text submission assignment, so students cannot upload a file to this assignment, but they have lots of options for editing, and they can use this insert stuff link. It's going to look a little different than your insert stuff link, but they can share a video note, a YouTube link, or another kind of link. To get out of the student view, we have to go over to back. I'm moving my video around, sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Over where your profile is, again, it says Jamie Renee as student. I'm going to click on that and then X that out, and that will take me back to my normal role. So as you're updating your courses, you're just start taking a look through and kind of making note of things that can be done. I like to start on the introduction of my courses and work through that first. I like to update my images for here and then get into the weeds and update specific things. I've started with the introduction in most of my courses and then am really delving down in one course at a time. So I hope that helps you get a little bit of a start. If you would like some tutorials on specific topics, please let me know. That will be helpful to me.